There's one. There's another one. Hello Reformers and welcome back to Freeman. And when we left off, we took out a town. Oh yes we did. We actually went really hard against the civilian kind of faction because, well, they seem to be the easiest to take on. And I'm very pleased to report that we were able to do it. But we did take some heavy casualties, so I have just now recruited a couple of people into our army. Hopefully they're going to be leveling up. I actually did find a couple of female units, so they're going to be leveling up into combat medics, which are going to be even more important as time goes on, as we are pushing forward towards the, shall we say, more elite units in the game. So as you can see here, I'm just going to be selling a whole bunch of stuff. Let me just actually do the filter thing and make sure that I'm not selling anything that's super important. The tactical vest and the helmet and everything, they could be used for other people. I'm actually just going to sell the light vests. I don't know whether I really want to have anyone with a particularly high camouflage. I don't know whether that's really going to make all that much difference to the AI. So instead we're just going to do that. It seems like was this button there before? I don't think this button was here before. So it seems the developers have added yet more quality of life effects, and I gotta say I'm very pleased to see that, because every single time they do that, it's just, I don't know, it just feels like that much more of a polished experience. There's an ACOG scope, that looks different as well. Maybe we want to get one of these. Do we want to get one of these? Because I mean, right now I'm using obviously the red dot sight, and I think the ACOG scope could be very useful because long range, obviously. We are starting to use a rifle, so maybe it would be an idea, but at the moment, maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, let's just see how much money we actually have at the end of this trade, and then we'll see exactly what we can do. I'm going to sell the gold ore. I don't know why I'm not selling the gold ore. Yes, that's the reason. Yes, give me back the gold ore, thank you. Yes, this fellow does not have enough to actually give me what I want. And sell the rest. There we go, iron chunks. And then I'm going to keep the gas. Going to keep the gasoline because, you know, we need it. We have a whole bunch of trucks that we've got to power, so that's pretty good. And let's just sell the iron ore, mechanical parts, pills, and the hatchet. There you go. Fantastic. Okay, so we have enough food, I think. I think we have enough food, so all we need now is just a little bit of ammo for our SMG and some ammo for our rifle as well. And let's get some first aid kits as well, because you never know. I personally feel like we're probably going to need a whole bunch. Let's buy the ACOG scope as well, and then we can move on very decently indeed. Alright, so as you can see, I did just pick up another quest to eliminate some bandit parties. There are a huge amount of bandit parties in this area. I don't know whether there are any like really easy ones. There's a particularly okay one, but let me just make sure that I have everything equipped here first. Let's equip my ACOG scope that I've just purchased, and yes, we probably also want to equip some ammo, so let's do that. There we go. And I did actually find that the SMG was vastly better than the assault rifle, and I guess that is kind of to be expected, because of course I do have quite a lot more in the proficiency of the SMG than I do of the assault rifle, but thankfully the assault rifle is catching up a little bit, and maybe I'm going to be speccing a little bit more into marksmanship and things like that, but hopefully we're going to be okay with proceeding onward. And bear in mind that I do probably have to head back in just a second to... Oh, there's actually a couple of people that have leveled up here, and I did not do that. Oh well, never mind. Yes, there's just so much to do, and sometimes those things just kind of fly by me a bit, so that's unfortunate, but nothing to worry about here, because we should be able to eliminate these guys extremely easily. I'm just gonna move them over around here and there, and just gonna randomly spread them out, really, because I don't particularly need to be extremely precise right now. and we're just going to use our... Oh my. Wow, look at that. That actually looks really good. Doesn't that? That looks really good, and it's also extremely accurate as well. Apparently the ACOG scope has been a bit of an annoyance to actually fix, and the developers have been working pretty hard on that, because obviously the scope in general used to cause a little bit of lag every time you zoomed in, but nowadays it's smooth. Oh yeah, it's nice and smooth. Alright, so we are going to be attacked a little bit here. I'm going to just try and switch to... Oh yeah, there's the hit marker as well. The hit marker's come back. That's nice. Oh yeah, take him out. There we go. And I think the hit marker is actually not here entirely. I think it probably needs a little bit further tweaking. But I think in general, everything is looking really nice. I don't know whether you noticed, by the way, but the map has changed. I feel like the world map has changed, and it's become a little bit more higher fidelity. There's a lot more foliage on it, and in general, just it looks a lot more colorful. And there is actually a new main menu screen as well, which is cool, because they've had the same one for a while, so it's nice to see that there's all those kinds of different changes, and it's just wonderful to see a game like this actually going through early access with meaningful changes. And I know some people are kind of annoyed about the fact that, you know, sometimes the updates will cause save game incompatibility, but that's just how it is, you know. It's just how it is in early access. Sometimes that happens, and I mean, that's the point. The game is being improved, and wouldn't you want the game to be improved? Well, yeah, I would. I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to remember now to upgrade and indeed level up a couple of our people here. Some more Night Ops units. Oh yeah, get me those Night Ops units. Alright, and we also get a whole bunch more Armored Marauders here. And we have Omelette as well, who have leveled up. Oh yes. Very nice indeed. And oh, what? They leveled up all the way to Armored Marauders? Wow, okay, so they survived so much that they were able to level up from Looters all the way to Armored Marauders. Now that is impressive. I was actually a bit worried about that, to be honest, because I know that in a game like Mount and Blade, for example, you're not actually going to get lucky enough to have that happen that often, where you have a unit and it's going to level up multiple times. Usually it will not do that. And I'm actually unsure whether mods have changed that over the years in Warband, but for the most part I think probably not. So I think it is kind of a rare thing to see that. Anyway, female civilians, we're going to be placing them in the groups where there are only 4 members. And oh, they already have a combat medic here. I actually lost an FCA Juggernaut by the looks of things, so I'm probably going to supplement that with an Armored Marauder there. Let's put a female civilian in there. And they already have a combat medic, but that's okay. We can place another one in there as well. And Omelette needs one too. There we go. Alright, so we now all have 5 in the squads, and that's great. And now any extra units we happen to get, we're probably going to be placing them in the garrison over here. So maybe I can just go over there and see if there are any others. Okay, so these are the mercenaries that I was actually going to recruit beforehand, but I thought to myself, they're pretty expensive, aren't they? Yes, and there's a reason for that, obviously. They do have a whole bunch of very, very high level units. These are the units that are not high level, and so I'm probably going to be recruiting those, and I'm going to be recruiting these as well, I think. And that reduces their cost by a huge amount, but they are going to be a lot more... unfortunately, I'm not able to do that just yet. I should probably place these guys in here first. There we go. And then let's get them and place them in the garrison as well. There we go. Alright, so that's hopefully going to deter a couple of people from attempting to besiege it. I don't think it's going to prevent the overall, you know, besieging of people, because let's face it, that's a very, very bare bones defensive force, but in general I think it's better than nothing, and so we'll just hope that they actually do a decent enough job. And I haven't renamed these guys. I need to rename these guys something food related and make myself even hungrier. Yes, that's not a good idea. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so it's 20 against 17. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, so what we're gonna do... Okay, so I'm thinking we're probably gonna go around here like so, but we're gonna take a couple of people a little bit differently here, and we're gonna do this like so, and hopefully make it just a little bit simpler for some of us to get around there, as we don't really want to get caught out. So we're just going to kind of place them in nice positions like that, and then kind of get them a little bit more spread out, and hopefully that's going to result in less casualties. But obviously I have a pretty amazing weapon right now. This ACOG scope is very much doing the business for us, and saying that, I actually don't even need to stay at range because I have such a huge amount of HP right now. I have 190 HP. I mean, maybe to someone that's actually speccing into Constitution a little bit more, maybe that's not actually that much. I mean, I know in a previous version, and indeed a previous series or season of Freeman that I've done in the past, I have had over 200 easily HP, but obviously at that point the Constitution stat was a little bit different. There were other skills to take into account, so that kind of thing is definitely something we have to be aware of. But I think and feel with 190 HP, I feel pretty sturdy, so I feel like I'm probably going to be able to survive pretty easily. But maybe I shouldn't be too... Oh! Wait a minute! Aha! Okay, I had no idea. Alright, so yeah, now, I don't know whether you saw the previous episode, but if you did, then maybe you'll remember that I said that it would be nice for us to have a different slot for modifiers and attachments for the secondary weapon. Because I thought to myself, oh yes, I'd like to maybe have a silencer or, you know, a scope or something like that on my SMG. And I thought to myself, yeah, okay, yeah, that would be pretty awesome. But apparently the developers have already kind of thought of this, and they've made it so that your other attachments that are attached to your main weapons also are attached to your SMG or your secondary weapon, whatever that may be. So that's pretty amazing in itself. That's pretty amazing. I had no idea that that was the case. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I'd still like to see the other suggestion that I made actually happen, because maybe you want to have a silencer on your SMG, but you maybe don't want it on your assault rifle. Maybe that's something that we could get, but I don't think it's that much of a priority in comparison to other things, I suppose, because in general right now I'm pretty happy with just having some kind of attachment, you know? So I think that's pretty nice. Let's see if I can actually get this guy. Yeah, there we go. And there's only 3 of them remaining. Where are they? They're just over there. Okay, so maybe I can move forward a little bit here. Maybe I can do a little bit of damage with my SMG. Because I don't want to forget about my SMG. I mean, I am still going to be using my SMG for close range combat, and the ACOG scope is actually going to help me quite a bit here. I mean, it's not going to help with close range combat, obviously, but it is going to help with me being able to spot enemies a lot quicker. And, oh yeah, there we go. Give me that loot. Alright, so this loot is actually really nice. Look at that. Anytime you want some cash, some quick cash, and you have a decent enough army to deal with them, I'd highly recommend checking out these Deserter Armies. They're really fantastic for money gain. Look at that, 4,000 just in pure cash, and then they have a whole bunch of other things to deal with. And look at that, another 1,800 thanks to my trade skill as well. And we can just sell all of this really, really easily. Thank you very much. And I'm actually going to take some SMG ammo as well. There we go. All right. So that's nice. Now, let's see if that actually... Ah, did that count? Did that actually... I think that may have counted. That may have counted for the quest, because it seems like they are probably designated as a bandit party, which is pretty cool. Okay, so now, unfortunately, this fellow is not going to have that much in the way of money, apart from this one, because we obviously bought the scope from him. So let's see if we can... Oh! Wow, okay, so there's the shotgun. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether we want to buy the shotgun right now. I've heard that it's not particularly good at the moment, so maybe we'll just leave it for now and maybe see what we can do a little bit later on about playing with the shotgun. I think it would be kind of fun. Alright, so there's another 2,000. Unfortunately, there's no extra space here, so I'm going to need to go over to Zinkov, perhaps? This is kind of amusing because they don't really like us right now. The people at... whoa, there's a... What? There's a huge amount of bandit parties. There is a huge amount. Okay, so let's just pay the passage fee of 500. I really don't mind paying that. Super easy to pay that if you have huge amounts of money to actually gain from selling stuff. So let's sell the rest here. There we go. The money is just piling up right now. And maybe I can get a little more. Just a little more. There we go. And is that it? Is that all I got? Really? Oh, okay, well, I was thinking that I might actually get a little more than that, but it's alright. Don't mind. Okay, so armed civilian squad. I'm probably going to be recruiting one of these. Oh, I can't hire one of these. Okay, so maybe I'll just lose one. There we go. Alright. And then we're just going to go real quick back to Minov right now, and we're going to be placing a couple of those armed civilians in the garrison here, just to provide a little bit of extra security in case we have an attack of some kind. There we go. Alright, so now let's just level up a couple of people here. Ah, yes, there we go. Our female combatants are getting their much needed experience and will be well on their way to becoming grizzled veterans in no time. And let's get a couple of militia here. Pretty happy about them leveling up. And we're going to rename them. We're going to rename them Roast Dinner. How about that? Roast Dinner or something like that. I think a couple of people have mentioned Roast Dinner, so why not? Let's do that. And there's 7 more spaces, so maybe we want to do something with that, but I'm not entirely sure what just yet. Okay, so there is another Deserter Army over here. However, you can see that they have a Posner sharpshooter, a couple of riflemen, combat specialists, and so on and so forth. So maybe we want to be a little bit wary of them right now. Now let's just see. Yeah, I have enough. I have enough ammunition and everything, so nothing to worry about there. How close am I to the next level? Actually, 2,000 experience away, so I should be able to do that if I'm able to get a couple more kills. So let's head into the Deserter Army right here. I still have 2 combatants that are out of action, so to speak. But hopefully that will be okay. So let's see if I can... Well, I think what we're going to do, we're going to put roast dinner with some cheese and an omelette in there. And we'll place our sniped potatoes there as well as chocolate. And that's a very weird... That's a very weird meal to have, isn't it? I mean, roast dinner with cheese and omelette, okay, you know, that's fine. And then some, you know, some sniped potatoes, okay, yeah, that's fine. But then chocolate? Maybe afterwards. Maybe afterwards. I think I'm making everyone hungry, including myself. My bad. My bad. Alright, so let's take our sniped potatoes, let's put them over here. And I suppose we can get our cheese and chocolate to go over in this direction. And I guess we'll just get these guys to stay over here, and that's what we'll do. And we'll see how it goes. I don't exactly know how it's going to go for now, because this is... I don't know, we've got a pretty good positioning. But and I'm happy to see a couple of thicker trees here as well, because the thin trees are reasonable for cover, but they are obviously not the greatest. And let's just see and hope that my sniped potatoes are going to be able to eliminate the enemy sharpshooter. So let's see whether they're actually... there they are. Okay, so they're coming from that direction over here. And it's a bit worrying actually right now, because the... Is that my sniped potatoes over here? No, my sniped potatoes are actually here, which is pretty bad for us. So I'm going to actually tell them to come up here instead, because that's probably going to make more sense. Ah, there they are. I see them. I see them on the horizon, friends. Let's do this. Alright, maybe I can throw a grenade or something like that. And I don't really want to turn into a long-range combatant myself, by the way. Even though I do have an ACOG scope and everything, I still want to, you know, keep hold, shall we say, keep hold of our roots as a close-range combatant, because I personally feel like that's really fun to do, and I don't exactly know whether I'm actually hitting this guy. Can't exactly even see him through the bushes there, so it's a bit unfortunate. Maybe I'm just going to switch to my SMG here. There's one, there's another one. I'm being shot from somewhere, but where? Over in this direction. Got him. There we go. Alright, I feel like I'm very close to level. I'm very close to level. Let's do this. Ow. Okay, if you could just stop shooting me while I heal myself real quick, that would be great. That would be fantastic. Let's tell everyone to charge in now. We don't really need to worry about anyone. Apart from the snipe potatoes, we don't really want to take those guys in here, do we? So let's tell everyone else to charge in, and hopefully there's no one around here that can actually snipe them or something. There we go. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. And now maybe I can... Oh, never mind. Okay, so yeah, we did actually get 6 kills, which was enough. It was enough to actually get us to the next level, which I'm very pleased about. And let's see. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. We're actually getting a really, really cool combat helmet as well. This helmet's much better than the steel helmet, and an army combat vest is much better as well. And we also have this SMG, which I very much appreciated using in the Season 4 preview series, which I very, very much enjoyed, because we were able to, you know, actually employ our agility build to its maximum. And yeah, there you go. Alright, that is pretty fantastic, and I think we have one more band of bandits to eliminate, but that should be easy enough. I've leveled up, so let's see what we're actually going to do here. Now, of course, if I had some agility skills to spec into, I'd probably be specking into another point in agility here to get 9. As it stands, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to go for another couple of points in Constitution here. And I know, you know, some people are saying, you know, if you spec into intelligence, you can gain some more experience. I do understand that. But I think for now, Constitution, considering what I'm attempting to do here, I'm trying to, you know, be more of a lone wolf, I guess. We're going to increase that. And I'm going to spec into Inventory, so that we have even more spaces to just take as much loot as we want. I'm going to spec more points into Assault Rifle right there. And there it is. Okay, fantastic. Really nice. And I'm absolutely loving how this game is going with the development cycle. It's really nice. The updates are not too far apart. They give you updates and they know exactly what to do. It's really good. It's really good. And yeah, if you haven't picked it up already, there is obviously a link in the description, as always. And otherwise... Oh. As otherwise, Antipil is under siege. And that is not mine. Oh, okay, that's not mine. I was actually thinking to myself, oh, I need to run back there as soon as possible. Never mind. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.